there, Trekkers and Trekkies. I got a big poster. So this is some Photoshop work that I did that I went and had printed on a 24 by 36 poster. And it's the Defiant Corridor, or a corridor from the USS Defiant. Let's see. Flip over here. You can see it sort of better here. And I will be making this available on my Patreon if anybody wants to get this. It's made up of 3 parts. There's the wall sections. There's the main floor. And because there was still space left, I made this section of flooring as well. And really this is for if you've got like the triple fiction cargo bay or sick bay set for the Defiant. You can put this in between them, and it makes it look like the hallway in between those. Now, what I'm going to be using is white screen. This is craft foam board. Let's see. Got this at Walmart, actually. It's just standard foam board. It's 20 by 30. Because thankfully the largest piece that I need to cut is 24 inches. So it will be... So the way that this works out, we're going to be cutting about... let's see. Whoop, sorry, I didn't mean to knock everything around. We're going to need 2 real big pieces, 1 sort of medium-sized piece, and then several little pieces, because we're going to need the base, which is the hallway, which is 24 inches by 5 1/4 inches. So the width is 5 1/4, or in metric, it's 60 centimeters by 14, and it's actually just slightly more than 14.5 centimeters. It's probably about 14.6, that kind of thing. And then there's the hallway wall lengthways, which is going to be 6 1/4 inches or 16 centimeters by also 24 inches, 60 centimeters. Then there is the wall at the end, which is this Jeffries tube entrance. And this one, it's 16 1/4 by 5 1/4 inches, which is 16 centimeters by 14.5 centimeters. But there are also columns. There are 4. There's 2 on either side. There's 1 on either side of the Jeffries tube. And then there's 1 here, and then 1 here. And we're going to need to cut some little pieces. Now, the foam board is, I want to say it said 3/16 of an inch thick. The foam board is 3/16 of an inch thick. So we're going to need to cut 3 pieces of it in order to make the proper width of the columns. But they will be 6 1/4 inches tall, and then 1/2 or 1/4 of an inch in width, or about 1 centimeter in width. And one thing I'm going to be doing, we're going to be taking, and at the bottom of each column, we're going to put a magnet. And then inside the base, we are actually going to take and put a couple of these little pin nails inside the base, so that what will happen is the magnets that are inside the columns will lock into the pin nails in the base and help it to hold together, so that it can be taken apart and put together and used whenever I want to use it. And then I can just take it up and fold it up and put it away when I'm not using it. So First things first is to cut all those pieces of foam board. So, gonna do that. And like that, everything's cut. I have cut all of the foam board pieces. I have cut the posters. Here's the column pieces. And this is the back wall. And I've already gone ahead and gotten the folds started for the columns. You'll see each column is folded like that. And what we'll do is we'll take, and first we're going to glue two pieces of foam board together like that, and then they will get glued inside of the column piece like this, without the pieces sticking out in the way. Kind of like that. And then, like I said, I'm going to take and put a magnet down here in the bottom so that it'll hold on to the pin nail that we put in the floor piece. And then once all of the columns are glued in place, here's the two wall pieces that'll meet up at the corner like that. And I've got these clamps to help me glue everything in place, because I'm going to use a combination of tacky glue and super glue. I don't want to use too much super glue, because super glue can affect the foam board, it can affect the poster board. So I'm only going to be using that in the corners to get things started, held in place, and then using regular school glue, tacky glue for the rest of it. So I'm going to start putting things together. Probably cut back as we're adding the magnets and pin nails. All right. Okay, so I have gotten everything glued up, and yeah, I got a few bubbles in the floor. For some reason, I did real good on the walls. I only got a couple of bubbles down here. But glued all up nice and good. And we are ready for the next step, which is these pin nails. Now, on here you'll see there's these little brown places on the flooring, which is where the columns are supposed to connect. So, hopefully I can get this in screen real good. We're going to take and push the pin nail into the foam to line up with that column. So, first one, you see him put it in there. I'm going to push that all the way. Then we'll put the second one in directly next to it. And if I want, I can find my magnet. I stuck it on my mic pole. And there, you heard that click into place. So now you'll see magnet's doing a pretty good job of being able to catch those pins. So, while we've got the magnet, we will take, and here at the bottom of the column, right here, you see I've already folded these paper bits in so that they are ready. I'm going to take a pen, just a regular ink pen, and kind of push a little divot in there. Then I'm going to take and put a few drops of glue. And now you want to use something that's not metal to get your magnet situated, and wow, that fell in place real easily. So, I'm going to use the end of a toothbrush here. This is actually my toothbrush. This is actually my toothbrush that I use for sculpting, especially things like hair. And I'm going to take and put a few drops of glue on top. I'm going to use the end of that toothbrush to now fold these bits of poster board in. And I'm going to hold that there very carefully. Feels like I need another drop of glue. And get that held in place until the glue starts to hold. And there we go. We do that on each place where there's a column. We put pin nails in at each place where a column is on the floorboard, and we are ready to go. Now I do want to wait just long enough to let the glue dry. So I'm going to do that, and we will be back to look at the results. All right, well, here we go. We have put it all together, and it is magnet base. I'll show you. You can separate, and it's not sitting perfectly. I realize you can see a little bit of a gap there at the bottom of the floor. Let me switch over for a second, let you actually get a good look, and you'll see that the scale works great with these Playmates, the old Playmates figures. Can put them down there at the end of the hallway. Let me turn that a little bit, and you can see the Jeffrey's tube entrance. So yeah, there is how you can take and get a hold of the Defiant Hallway Corridor Diorama. I will be having, you can download this on my Patreon, or if you want to actually purchase and have just a printed poster sent to you, I will be making this available on Zazzle.
If you enjoy my videos and want to see more, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Also, you can support the show by signing up on Patreon, or head over to Zazzle to pick up prints of my artwork, prints on canvas, t-shirts, and other merch. You can find me on social media. For more information and updates on the channel, all info is below. If you didn't enjoy the video, why are you still here? Do you want a song? Ba ba, black sheep, have you any wool? Yes, them, 3 bags full. One for the master, who can screw himself. You can listen to somebody else.
Yeah. Well, that is it. Thank you for joining me on this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And go make something yourself. I'll see you next time.